This is Virgil Ortiz, and you're watching REED-BBS.
REED-BBS, BBS. Like George and Wheezy, like the Jeffersons, my dude, my bruh, my Tomodachi, NAOYA INOUE is moving on up yet again. This time to Super Bantamweight to challenge cool boy STEPH, Stephen Fulton. On a Tuesday, got your girl in the club, she Tuesday, July 25th in Japan. Fulton is 21-0, 8 KOs. He's the unified WBC, WBO champion at 122 pounds. My man is just 28. He's got good size for that division. To give you an example, Fulton is taller and longer than Gervonta Tank Davis, yet Fulton is 3 weight classes lower than Gervonta Tank Davis. If you were to look up slick black fighter in the boxing dictionary, there's a picture of cool boy STEPH. Him and his Eddie Murphy coming to America tail at the bottom of his hairline in the back. He's got solid boxing fundamentals. He's a good athlete. He's fast, twitchy. He's got a good jab, good combinations. Like Devin Haney, Stephen Fulton, he's mostly a finesse guy, but he will bite down and get his hands dirty if and when it's warranted. He's a Philly fighter at the end of the day. And ain't no punks from Philly, or not many punks from Philly, that is. Fulton can and will lead, but he's very comfortable fighting off of his back foot. He's very comfortable doing that. He's got an impressive hit list. Angelo Leo, Brandon Figueroa, Danny Roman. But also like Devin Haney, and despite his black slickness, there's holes in Fulton's game defensively. Brandon Figueroa hit him a lot, and that's not a compliment in the least. And that's a recipe for disaster versus my dude, my bruh, my Tomodachi NAOYA INOUE, who has a record of 24-0, 21 KOs. He's now 30 years of age, right here, right in the center of his prime. World titles at 108, 115, 118. The only blemish on Inoue's record is the fact he failed to make a pit stop at 112, or else he would already be a 4-weight world champion. But as is, he's a 3-weight world champion, won the World Boxing Super Series, and he was recently undisputed champion at Bantamweight, 118 pounds. He's arguably the hardest puncher in all of boxing, pound for pound. Only Tank Davis and Deontay Wilder stack up with Inoue in that regard. No one else does currently. I say, and I consider Inoue the best puncher in boxing when you factor in technique, punch placement, variety of punches, accuracy, and the impact of said punches. I got Inoue number 1. And with Wilder has shit technique. So, he's X'd out. Tank got some serious left-hand thunder. I ain't here to besmirch the name of Gervonta Tank Davis at all. However, Inoue can get it done with both hands. He's more of an even-handed puncher than Tank is. Tank don't do much killing. He's a one-hitter quitter, but he don't do much quitting. He don't make him quit with that right hand too often. Inoue, so at one point he had 8 straight KOs. Then he fought Nonito Donaire in 2019's Fight of the Year. Since that bout, Inoue has 5 straight KOs, including a KO of Donaire in their rematch. Yes, he gets it done. The elephant in the room, most brothers don't check for lower weight fighters. I do, but most brothers don't. And historically, there hasn't been just a ton of black representation below featherweight. We've had, just off the top of my head, Jeff Chandler, Tim Austin, Mark Too Sharp Johnson, just from recent memory. You know, just there's not a plethora of black representation below 126 pounds. Stephen Fulton, He's on the urban boxing radar. He's a known commodity. And he affords Inoue an opportunity to strengthen his already impressive pound-for-pound and Hall of Fame credentials with a fan base that ain't necessarily checking for him. And if Inoue is himself at 22, at 122 pounds, if he's himself, if he carries that power to yet another weight class, he stops Stephen Fulton mid-rounds. Or he has Stephen Fulton running around and flailing about the ring like a white chick in a horror flick. REED-BBS. BBS. Blackbird Sugar, Bachelor's in Boxing Studies. Television, Fred Sanford of the Fistic Arts. When all is said and done, there's nothing left to say